What's up, everybody? Welcome to Women in Hip Hop. I'm your host, Jazzie Belle, and today we are here with the icon, darling. That is right. We are here with the legend, the trendsetter, the architect herself, the one and only Misa Hylton. Hi, Mama.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm amazing. You have no idea how influential you are in my life. So to have you here is like bucket list. Check that off.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's a
It's
pleasure to be here. I'm
uh,
feeling your background, your earrings, your hair, the colors. You know, I love color. The nails, all of that, the hair.
oh my God, I'm loving this. You're like making my day. Thank you.
Yes.
So since this is Women in Hip Hop, I have to ask you, I want to start off with, when did Misa first fall in love with hip hop?
Oh, wow. I fell in love with hip hop in the early 80s. Well, you know what? Probably the 70s. I fell in love with hip hop when the Sugar Hill Gang was out, and I was a little girl, and my parents used to play the record, and I probably still know the words by heart from beginning to end.
Yes.
Yeah, so I fell in love with hip hop at a very early age.
Yes. So when it comes to being this fashion icon that you are, who was it for you that resonated with you that's a fashion icon that really spoke to you early on?
Um, a fashion icon.
Mhm.
Growing up, early on, I looked up to my aunt Tina. She was my first fashion icon, and the people in my environment in my neighborhood, the fly girls, those were my fashion icons. And if I had to give you some celebrity names, it would be Shaka Khan, Cher, um, Roxanne Shante, Salt and Pepper. um, yeah, those are my top fashion icons and inspiration.
Shout out to your aunt. I was hoping that the question was going to be a family. I mean, the answer was going to be a family member. So I
Yeah.
love that. Now, when it comes to your inception as a fashion stylist, I mean, we've heard the story, but just to kind of let my audience know, like, when did you first come on, and what was your first gig as a fashion stylist?
Yes, so my career started organically. I was dating Sean Combs, Puffy, um, in the early 90s. And he was at the point in his life where he was going from intern to A&R. And so I was like his right hand. I was always hanging up at Uptown Records. And Andre Harrell's house with him on the weekend, and Russell's house. And so I was right in the mix of everything. And I was at the right place at the right time with the talents that were needed. So as Puff was, developing Jodeci's album and their look, I was right there. And so when it was time to shoot their first video, we had came up with the idea of dressing them in hoodies and baseball caps and combat boots. And so the first video that I worked on as an assistant to Mr. Puffy was Gotta Love. And that's how I got my start as a fashion stylist.
I love that. Now, what I also know about the story is that you guys had some convincing to do as it pertains to
Okay.
Andre Harrell, the late great Andre Harrell.
Okay.
What was it? I know you guys were like at this meeting for some hours, and he kept hitting y'all with the no, the no, the
Mhm.
hell no, because back
Mhm.
in the day, the singers wore suits and all that
Right.
stuff. So
Right.
what was it that you can probably remember that sealed the deal for him to say, okay, yes, you guys can have it?
Well, looking back, hindsight is 2020, right? So looking back, I feel like Andre's resistance was to see how much we believed in it and how much passion we had about it.
Wow.
So I don't think it took as much convincing as we thought, as much as he wanted to see how passionate and how willing we were to believe in, our idea and our vision.
Wow, that
And he
is
was special like that. He loved to keep young people around him and listen to their ideas and what they thought was hot. And that was one thing that was really special about him, his ability to connect and to bring out the best in other people and to really he sees other people in such an elevated way that sometimes we don't even see ourselves as that person. He was a visionary like that. And I have that a lot of ways too. I have that gift as well. Yeah.
And I want to say, it seemed like, you know, he was like, he birthed a lot of you guys when it comes to like pushing y'all to the limit, because
Oh
we
yeah.
you the best, and we
Mhm.
have Diddy the best.
Mhm.
So, you know, and you guys come from that lineage of
Yeah.
Andre.
And I think that, you know, it's his belief and his love and his support is so nurturing that you have no choice but to be the best. You know, he doesn't have like that tough love, beat you down, make it difficult for you. It was really like empowering and supportive and nurturing. And then
Wow.
he has so much knowledge and just he shares so much history with us. And so he gave us a really great foundation to build upon.
Do you have a fondest memory when it comes to Andre Harrell? If so, what?
Oh no, it's too many to name. So many at different times in my life, but overall, he's one of the best people I've ever met in my life, and all of us owe everything to him. We would have nothing in this career that we are so blessed to be a part of if it wasn't for Andre Harrell.
Yes, another one that birthed from that crew of dope people is Mary J. Blige.
Yes, my
Who-
sister. Hmm.
yes, so she was pretty much next, right behind Jodeci. So talk to me about working with her, because I was such a fan of the remix that's on Netflix right now. Y'all check it out. And what I love is that they say that you were able to mix what a person already has and what you envision for them. And, you know, Mary in the documentary said, you know, she trusted you. You know, she was such a tomboy, but, you know, you pulled things out of her. She was like, all right, give me the booty shorts, you know, we'll make it work.
And the tennis skirts. Yeah, it's always a co-creation. And Mary and I clicked um, immediately. You know, she's my sister from another mother. And, you know, we just understood each other. We're both from Westchester, New York. She's from Yonkers. I'm from Mount Vernon. And so we have a certain swag and culture in Westchester, right? It's very similar to Harlem, but it's still suburbs, you know, but it's still has a lot of swagger. But, you know, we understood each other. We both love hip hop. We both love, you know, Jabot jeans and baseball caps and Timberland boots and goose coats. We loved hip hop fashion and hip hop culture overall. And I picked that up about her immediately. And I thought, why not highlight that? We had never seen a singer highlight that, you know, that fashion sense, you know, with that hip hop swag. So I thought that it was a great opportunity to be authentic, to create something new, and to, you know, to really just show the world what was happening in youth culture and what was popping for us. We were very young at the time, and a lot of times when you look at TV, people would want to get a little polished and dress up and maybe not be authentic to who they were, especially if you were a singer, right? So you know, we jumped outside of that box, and the rest is history.
Now, what was it, something that Mary was adamant about? I have to keep this, and that you guys kind of, I don't know, went back and forth about, and he was like, okay, keep this, because this is Mary all day, and I'm gonna add this to it. Anything like
No, it was all it was seamless, you
that?
know. Yeah, it was seamless. We just got each other, and yeah, it was seamless.
Another thing that seems seamless is the Little Kim. I mean, I look at you two. I don't know what it is about you two. I really look at this whole crew as superheroes. Like, Little
Thank you.
Kim is my favorite rapper of all time, and I would have her on all my walls, to the point that
Yeah.
my dad bust through the door and was like, "Take this bull crap down."
I know that got a lot of people in trouble. Those lyrics too, right?
Exactly. Talk to me about how you two first met and the bond that you guys created, you and Little Kim.
So Kim and I first met at my home in Scarsdale when I was pregnant with Justin. She had came through with Biggie. She wasn't a rapper at the time. She was just a friend of his that stopped by the house. We had a studio in the house, and she was so cute. She had a little Anita Baker haircut. She had on a really fly denim outfit, like a jacket and some jeans. And I remembered her when I had seen her later on, which the next time I met her again, I saw her again was at the Juicy video. That she was in the Juicy video, Total was in the Juicy video, I was in the Juicy video. There were so many people that people would come to know in the very near future that were, you know, stars in their own right on the rise. And she was one of them, and she was there. And so after the success of Mary, and then Big had came out and he partnered with Lance Rivera, and they formed Undias Records, and they had Junior Mafia. And then Kim was going to break out from the group and do a solo project, and Un and Big wanted me to style her. So that's how our relationship began. And it was a match made in heaven. Everything with her is seamless. Kim is an out of the box thinker. She loves fashion. She's a girly girl. She's a risk taker. And so we, we just fit like a hand in a glove. We always joke around that we communicate telepathically. I guarantee you, if we were to see, if she was to walk through my door right now, she probably would have this color on or have the same baseball cap. No, it's crazy. Or if we're about to discuss ideas, I'll say, you know what, I was thinking about doing a red snakeskin. She was like, oh my God, look at this picture. I was thinking that too. So we're like that. And Mary and I have that as well.
Wow, I love that. Do you remember the first outfit you put together for Kim, like the first styling gig for her? Because again, being a fan, I feel like I remember all her outfits.
Yeah, the very first, you know, I don't remember the very first, but I could tell you the first music video was No Time. That was the first music video.
Oh, I got an escalator.
Yes. Yep.
Talk to me about that moment. I didn't know that. I don't know. I just want to be there. Take me there.
Yeah, it was really exciting working with Kim and seeing her evolve like right in front of our eyes. When you working with like someone like Mary, Kim, and even Missy, they have so much swagger on their own. And so to create with them and then add my aesthetic and bring it to life, you start to see the transformation, because now it's for the world, it's for TV, you know, it's for the demographic and all that stuff. So when you start to see the look come together and the image just like, it's like it morphs right in front of your face, is magical. And that's what that moment was, a magical moment.
The fur around the edge of the coat, the twirl around the chair going down the escalator. I mean, hip hop iconic moments. So speaking of Nipsey as well, and Mary J and you and Lil Kim, you guys are like the epitome of sisterhood. Can you tell the young girls out there like the importance of sisterhood, or just having a tribe, like a support group?
I mean, sisterhood is extremely important. No one will ever have your back like another woman, you know, and that's a fact. Another good woman, you know, we have good and bad of everything in this world, or, you know, positive and negative of everything you can think of in this world. But when you have a good woman or a good group of sisters behind you, you are blessed, you are rich, you are wealthy, and you can always depend on them. And it makes life easier. It makes challenges and obstacles softer to have to go through, just to have a tribe of women around you who are strong, who honor the connection, and who you just vibe with, and you guys can relate to each other. And we all came up at the same time from basically, when I say nothing, I don't mean literally nothing, but like nothing, and we blew up really quickly. And that process and that journey is difficult, you know, and it's full of surprises, and you have to learn a lot really quickly. And when I say difficult in a good way, right? You know, some difficulties are good difficulties to have because they build strength, character, business, know-how. You know, you have to grow up really quickly. So it's hard to speak to other women who may not have had that experience. So for us to have had that together, you know, from the beginning of our careers all the way up until now is truly special. Yeah, those are my girls.
If you had to pinpoint it in one word, what's the secret to you guys' longevity as friends, I'm sorry?
We are 100% ourselves, and we are 100% accepting of everybody else. We know each other's bullshit. We know when somebody got an attitude. We know, you know, that's real. You know, we know each other inside and out. And so our love is unconditional. And so there's nothing that could ever come between that. It's unconditional. We accept and love each other 100% inside out.
Thank you for saying that. I'm gonna call my friends. Y'all better be loving me unconditionally. If I got an attitude, please, you know me.
You know how I am. And to know someone is to love them, right? So when you know, so it's not the good times that are hard to get through, it's the tough times, you know, and it's understanding your sister, understanding your friend, and knowing how to support her, because we all need support differently, right? And everyone's different. So just being flexible and unconditional in it all. And I think when you have real true love, that it's automatic to love unconditionally when it's real and it's authentic, because our relationship isn't based on anything else except the bond.
The bond. Okay.
Yeah, we see each other naked, you know what I mean? I don't mean literally, but like just everything off, makeup off, hair off, nails off. We see each other's souls. So
I love that. Well, you know, everything that's popping with the biopics. You got Whitney Williams got hers coming out soon, or is out now. Salt and Pepper. As I'm talking to you about this superhero group that I like to call you guys my superheroes, would you be open to a biopic? And if so, who would play you?
Oh, wow. I would love to have a biopic about my life. And boy, would it be interesting. Because there's, you know, I haven't shared a lot about my life until recently, not for any particular reason. I'm just very private. And so I think my story would be very interesting, because there's a lot to learn about even my creative process and how I was such a creative thinker at a young age. And I used to change my clothes 3, 4, 5 times a day, and my hair, and get in trouble for making laundry everywhere with my mom. But I was just like, I loved creating images from like 5 years old. It's crazy. And dyeing my hair. I used to get in big trouble for that.
And the documentary talk about some Baba the blonde hair came from being out in the sun. I was like, no way.
Yeah, if I had to have someone play me, it probably would be my daughter, maybe Sweetie. Yeah.
Ooh, I could see Sweetie because she is, but people say Blasian, but she's black and Filipino, if I'm not mistaken. And a lot of people don't know that about you. You are black and Japanese.
Japanese, yes. Yeah.
Sweetie.
Yeah. So they could probably do 2 different age ranges. But yeah, that's what I think for now.
Okay, so you a fan of Sweetie? You like her music?
I do, yes. I'm a fan of her music. I love what she does. She's exciting and creative, and you know, she's not afraid to live out her imagination and create. You know, she's an only child, so I know what that's like as well. You know, you're in your head all the time. You know, you have a million friends up there, and so you get to. And she speaks about that, but you get to see it play out in the way that she's grown and elevated. And it's, you know, I love her story too. I knew her before she was a rapper, actually.
Really?
Yeah. Wow. But she's a USC student.
Okay. Were you there like as a teacher? Because I know you do a lot of the life coaching.
Oh, no, that's personal.
Oh, nice. All right. I see it in the future. I'm trying to it'll be a hell of a woman in hip hop collaboration. Sweetie and Misa Hylton. Wow.
Yes, and don't forget my daughter Madison Starr, because she has all the mannerisms. She knows how to, you know what I mean, give it up like mommy. If she was here right now, you would be like, that is your little twin. She has it down pat. So yes, those 2.
I love it. I'm all about keeping it in the family. Okay, before I let you go, I would love for you, if you can, to just share with us the biggest obstacle you had to overcome just being a woman in hip hop, just so we can inspire the people to keep.
You know, there's a couple of big obstacles. One obstacle being a woman in hip hop that I had to overcome would be probably not allowing myself to be boxed into any label, or that my hip hop or accept that my hip hop fashion was any different than high fashion and luxury fashion, who was, you know, emulating anyway, you know. But I constantly was marginalized early on in my career. And I was also very young when I started as well. You know, I started at 17. When I was styling Jodeci, I was 17, 18. You know, I was very young, in my early 20s up until now. So that's one. And if I had to give another challenge, it would be starting so young and understanding the business that I was creating, being an entrepreneur, understanding taxes and how a fashion stylist doesn't get taxed, you know. So at the end of the year, baby, when you thought you was making all that money, you was making half, you know, and that was early on. So educating myself around business and around how to grow my business in a way that would create longevity. And so that's why I started the Misa Hylton Fashion Academy, MHFA, so that I'm able to give back and share, educate, mentor, give the skill set and the knowledge that's needed to create a career in fashion or as an entrepreneur, and so that you can be successful and don't make some of the you know, some of the mistakes that I had made. And I don't really like to use the word mistakes, but not have the challenges that I have had, because a mistake is a mistake if you didn't learn from it, you know. And I believe that everything that we go through is an opportunity to learn from something. So once you learn from it, it becomes a past challenge that you overcame.
Absolutely. Well said. I'm gonna quote Jay-Z real quick. I
Yeah,
did that, so hopefully you don't have to go through that. That's
that's
what
right.
you
Yeah.
said.
And I'm very passionate about that and giving back in that way, because it's not easy as a Black creative, as a Black woman creative. And it definitely wasn't easy as someone who was labeled a hip hop stylist, when, you know, a lot of the fashion and the image that I was creating was actually global, you know. But I love hip hop, so I would take that title any day.
Period.
Hip
And
hop is life. Hip hop is life.
you better say it. To come here and share your story. If before you go, I want to play a quick game with you. It's called my confession segment, where I just ask you
Sure.
top 5 questions and shoot it out real quick. Usually
Yeah.
just one word answer. So you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. Since this is Women in Hip Hop and Vibe.com, give me your top 5 favorite female rappers of all time.
Ooh, my top five. Roxanne Shante, Salt and Pepper, Little Kim, Missy Elliott. How many I got left? One more. Rhapsody.
Oh, there we go. And no
Oh, I
particular.
better forget nobody because I love y'all all. Oh, I got Yo-Yo, Latifah, Moni Love. That's not fair.
I know it's a hard one, but you know, we love them all.
Flo
Okay,
Millie.
okay, Flo Millie, so dope.
Yeah.
If you could share a quick, memorable moment you had with Biggie, what would it be?
Oh, wow. When he gave me my nickname, Meese Dogs.
Where did he give it to you? Where were you?
And now that's my fly girl name. I don't know if you know the Mary J Blige and Simone Smith collection, the Sister Love MJB hoop earrings. So I have my own earring. My fly girl name is Meese Dog. It's the Fly Girl collection. So check that out. I'm sure you'll like it. There's I forget how many styles, but mine is the Meese Dogs. But yes, hanging out with him in the studio, and he would be over the house all the time, and he would spend a lot of time in Mount Vernon, running around with Puff, and I would be there. And he just started, one day he was like, I walked in, he was like, Meese Dog, where you been? And it just stuck. That everybody started calling me Meese Dog, or Dogs for short, or Dog. What's up, Dog? You know, and I think that it was because I was like so tough, and I was like, you know, I was like young entrepreneur. I was passionate, you know, I was getting things done at such a young age. So it sounds like Meese Dogs, like you look at Misa Hylton, yeah, but they, you know, I put that work in, like I'm getting things done, I'm making it happen, I'm speaking up, you know, believing in myself, and, you know, just putting my ideas out there unapologetically. And so that's my name from Biggie.
He's
I miss
dog. Shout out to Biggie. Well, that's
yes,
him paying homage to you because you were very influential and instrumental on getting him his deal with
yes,
Diddy, which a lot of people don't even know.
yeah,
So shout
yeah.
out to you for
But
that.
Biggie knew, so that's what matters the most, right?
Yes, yes. Now, your favorite hip hop record to dance to?
My favorite hip hop record to dance to right now,
Whenever. Yep, right now.
or just period. One of my favorites, because I'm a hip hop girl, so I could never even give you a favorite. But one of my most recent favorite songs to dance to is Favi, um, Fabio Foreign. That was my song from last winter to this summer, and it still gets me every time. Um, Fabio and Nas, Spicy. I love that song too. Um, I love Sweetie and Doja Cat, Best Friend. I love I love one of my all-time favorites is Roxanne Shantae's first song. What's the title? I can't remember the title
I
of
feel
it.
like I never know it. The one where she's going after the fellas with the fur jacket.
No. Yes. Like, we can start with that. Dougie Fresh, The Show, classic. Roxanne's Revenge. That's what we. Roxanne Shante, Roxanne's Revenge. Oh, there's so many. I just love hip hop. Missy Elliott, Beat Me 911. I could go on and on and on. Remember that?
Yes, of course. Huge fan. I know this is Vibe magazine as well. Do you remember the first Vibe cover you ever did?
Um, no, but I remember when I was featured in Vibe and I was so excited and I was so honored. I couldn't believe that I was going to be in Vibe magazine. Like, I worked with Vibe so much. Oh, my Q-tip cover. I love that cover. Yeah, that was, I don't know if that was the first one, but that's one of my favorites, that Q-tip cover. And he was so, I love, because he had on the feather jeans and the bandana and the stones. And he, he was just giving us that Q-tip style that we all love.
Yes, we love that. I know that cover very well. Okay, well,
Yeah.
before you go, thank you for being here first and foremost. Now, if you can, wrap up, since we went through this journey with how you came into the game and what's happening now for you, what's one word to describe the state that you're in right now? Not a phrase, not a sentence, but one word.
One? I got like 3 one words, so let me pick from those.
For you, give me all 3.
Okay. I'm gonna give you probably 4. Elevating, elevating, manifesting, being.
That is amazing. Again, thank you so much for being here. We are being here. You have, I feel like, raised us in this culture. You've done so much. So continue to do great work. Anything else you can let the people know as far as next level for you, what they can expect from you?
Yes, I have a collab with Macy's coming out in March. I have the Misa Hylton Fashion Academy. If you're interested in the Korean fashion styling, entrepreneurship, streetwear, come to us. You can check us out on MisaHyltonFashionAcademy.com. I'm also a certified life coach. So if you need that, you can check me out on Misa Hylton 360 Transformation on Instagram. And I have a book coming out. I'm really excited about that. Yes. And the life story comes next after that. So you heard it here first.
Hey, come on, daughter and sweetie, get it together.
I was like, Madison, you better get up acting classes, girl.
I'm sure she's going to be great, just like her mother, anything she touches. So again, Ms. Hylton, thank you for being here, and please enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. You too. It was a pleasure. I have fun talking to you. Thank you.